what's the way forward? Because Bholanath Singh told me you were there just before the medal ceremony that Craig Fulton will coach us till LA. He said Srijesh will coach the junior team. He said he will convince you to be around with us for the next 4 years, and Harmanpreet to captain. So thoughts on that? What's the way forward for Indian hockey? It's been grueling, but we still have sort of achievements to get, whether it's the Champions Trophy, the World Cup, maybe another medal finish, a better color. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's a lot of information in one sentence. I'm just digesting the last 6 weeks, and I'm still not there. No, I think we have an interesting tournament now. We play the Asian Champions Trophy on the 8th of September, and that's come at quite a tricky time. But you're going to use some other players from a squad that's already training now in Bangalore. So Dave Smolenaars is training that group. He's the ladies' assistant coach, the Dutch coach. He's stepped in to help coach that group. And then we're going to have a camp starting on the 26th, and then trials roughly around the 30th, 31st. And then we select that team to represent India at the Asian Champions Trophy, which we are the defending champions. But it's a balancing act between giving the guys enough break because they're on the road, they're doing the road show around India and around their states, and celebrating what they've achieved, which is deservedly. And we also then need to get some movement out of them and start to build them back up to get ready to play a tournament, which is quite a challenge, as you can imagine. But World Cup would be the next focus point. I think also looking to try and bring in an Indian A team. So post under 21s, and then the group of players that sits in that's not ready to come into the senior squad but is still talented but can't play in the under 21 squad. Where do they go? What do they do? And we need to look after that age group so that if anyone stops, like senior players, the next groups are ready training, but they're not straight out of the under 21s and don't have any senior experience. So we need to bridge that gap between those age groups. So that will be the main focus. And then LA for sure. I think LA is a full Olympic cycle away, so there's lots of time to kind of digest and see which is the best way. I think, to be honest, to do a good job on this one is to really find out how we went in the tournament, get all the stats back, work it all out, and then go from there.
So you'll be around?
Yeah, I'll be around. I'll be around. I've got to have a few conversations with Hockey India, obviously. We have a new cycle. Rhett's left now, so there'll be a new assistant coach joining. And then how we plot this way forward with the Indian A team, and then the under 21s, and tying that all in with Sri and what exactly is his responsibility and how does it all going to work.
All of your players tell me that you prepared them for every kind of eventuality. I don't think you prepared them for a red card in 45 minutes.
Yeah, we prepared for not having a goalkeeper. We prepared for, things to go wrong. Like you could be 2-0 down in the first 2 minutes, like we were against Australia in the Pro League, and we were 4-2 up at half time. How does that happen? And then lose the game 6-4. So like when you go through a game in prior to an Olympics, you have to be ready for absolutely anything. And our sport is like that. It can happen so fast. It can change. Momentum can swing one way and go another way in the next 5 minutes. So I think the fact that we had done a really, really good job of the team build, of the what if scenarios, what if this happened, what if that happened, how would we manage this? And we'd been talking about defense for 14 months. And then, to be honest, this was the biggest test for us to actually get through and get a result, and then put ourselves in a position to play a semi-final because of what we'd been through and what we prepared for.
When you traveled with the team to Australia, did not get the result that maybe India wanted, and then the Pro League, a lot of us and the whole country was talking about, are we ready? Did you actually trade the Australia results and the Pro League results to get ready? Or was it all part of the building up process to where you wanted to be?
I think coming back from Australia, we obviously went to Australia to try and win the series, and lots of things happened there that weren't that weren't on a level playing field from my liking, from no video referrals, from international umpires, lots of things just didn't really line up to my expectation. And the fact that we were there in a very difficult place, man, it was actually one of the best things that happened to us, because we battled, we used a squad, we found depth, we found who could play at that level, and we also found the right combinations, and also had a look at the group that when the chips were down, who was going to stand up, for each other. And that was quite an important block. I said to them, these games won't matter when we reach our goals in Paris. I mean, the results won't matter when we reach our goal in Paris, and that was to podium. We wanted to win gold, but we definitely wanted to be in the medals. And looking back, that was a massive part of us beating Australia, was losing 5 times to win once in 52 years and do it at their strongest team, as their fittest team and everything, and in the last pool game, which meant a lot to all the teams.
My next question, that beating Australia gave us the belief. The whole country all of a sudden started talking about the Indian team as a medal contender. That sort of changed everything for Indian hockey. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, for sure. But we deserved that game. We played well. It almost should have been 4-1. There was a goal that was disallowed at 3-1 to go to 4-1, and then it turned around and 10 minutes later it was 3-2. So, we deserved that performance. We played well. We really played well. We had a lot of control, and we took a bit more maturity, from that game. And it was the best preparation, having Belgium and Australia as your preparation for a quarterfinal.